Stay. Hey everyone, welcome to our first video on the Grind Reel channel. This is a channel where Joshua Fluke and I will be creating a bunch of content that represents Grind Reel and a bunch of cool stuff that we want to put on this channel. Things like video editing, maybe some gaming content. We're gonna do branding content, and that's actually what this video here is. I spent a bunch of time breaking down like a 3.5 hour stream into 10 minutes of like good tips and tricks from Josh from his latest live stream, which took a lot of time, even though it might not seem like it. So one thing I want to ask is that if you do enjoy this video, if it was helpful for you, if there's content you want to see in the future, like, you know, this video, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, we're trying to grow this thing fast and get it as big as possible. And then go check out our personal social medias. You know, I have a YouTube channel, Josh's YouTube channel, and all that.
This is Enderman trailer. Okay, first of all, I've never really seen a channel trailer do anything like that big for a channel. I find if you just put your most viewed video here, like whenever I go to a channel, which isn't very often, I usually just watch the videos or click the videos tab as soon as I get here. I don't think a trailer is gonna do much. Just put your best video up here so that people can see what you got. Let's take a look at some of these thumbnails. So taking it to the streets, I would just change the title to asking strangers to draw with me. I think that'd get a lot of views. Like this thumbnail is good, very clear. This one is hard to like see what's going on in the actual picture. Like just like try to make it as small as possible and see like can you still see what's going on? That's what I do. This guy has a window behind him, which is just a pro tip if you're out there. You don't ever want to have a window behind you when you're filming, because this is what it looks like. It just there's a window. This is what a window behind you does when you're filming. So you always want the window in front of you on your face, like this, and not behind you, like this, because it will. Typical if your camera's like on auto, which I assume most of you guys use like automatic cameras, it's gonna compensate and it's gonna darken the front. So just a pro tip there. Let's talk thumbnail for a second. So I don't know if you guys watch MKBHD, but he did a phone comparison where he took like a blind phone test for all the different phones for the year, and he was like, which photo looks best? And at the end of the day, like he took a photo of the same thing every single time, and the audience ended up picking the photo that was brightest. So always try to keep your thumbnails bright, is what I'm saying. For like, I think this one is a little bit dim. Try to always think about your thumbnails from a mobile perspective, from like phone. If you go look at your analytics, I bet a majority of your traffic, the one on the left is too saturated. Yeah, you want to oversaturate because YouTube removes a bit of your saturation when you upload. This thumbnail color is kind of hard to read. This is also kind of hard to read. Just keep it simple, I guess. You're trying to make the text really bright and clickable, but it's very it's too much. Hopefully that helps, man. I would say just simplify your thumbnails a lot more and make the text readable. Don't go for like brighter and more neon. It's the opposite effect. When you're the one in the Photoshop application making it, you're like, oh, this is so, everyone's gonna click this. It's so bright and obnoxious, but it's not. It's really hard to read, actually. Tags are rough. I mean, it's all based on view time. It's all watch time. Tags just make you come up in the search results, but watch time is what puts you in the recommended. Josh, shouldn't you refrain from getting into cheap brands when you're a small channel? I think if they want to send you some protein powder and you're like, hey, these people gave me protein powder, go check it out if you want, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not like, this is the best protein powder I've ever had, and you're assuming it's a cheap brand.
Ramble a little bit.
Okay, again, a window in the background. Try to like reverse this setup. Just be careful. Once you start getting in the realm of like 20 minutes, 30 minutes max, I would think about how you could cut this video.
Really far away.
Joe Rogan is Joe Rogan, okay? So Joe Rogan is also already well known before he got on YouTube. So if you're trying to start from nothing, you have to consider that aspect. Joe Rogan can command people's attention because everyone knows Joe Rogan. It's hard to do that when no one knows who you are. But he has a 3-hour podcast, that's right, for sure. But he also has well-known people on his podcast, which, you know, he does a good job at interviewing. It's different. He's not doing a 3-hour tutorial. If Joe Rogan was doing a 3-hour tutorial, it would be funny for the first couple times, but I don't think people would watch. If these are not affiliate links, go sign up for the Amazon affiliate program. It's free. Anyone can do it. And then get your Amazon affiliate links and put them in here. That's how Linus Tech Tips makes all his money. He makes like $70K a day from Amazon affiliate links alone. Like, not to mention the 2 sponsors that he tosses in. At the beginning and at the end. This is hard to read. You can't see Firebase for obvious reasons. It's underneath the icons. So again, over here, you can't really read that text because it's underneath the icons. Always keep the text on the left side. I can't really read this at all. There's a lot going on. Like, people's brains are wired to look at faces. So in this, you can see your face way more than this. It looks a little cloudy. Just what I would do. So if you want to know what I did exactly, you can click on the image and you come up here to filter and then go to camera raw filter. And then you get all the Instagram filters, basically. All this stuff over here, like texture, you can up the texture and clarity, and it makes it like super sharp, makes the image pop out. We're doing it again, so it's like deteriorating the image. But yeah, I think if this channel is going to be yours and every video is going to be you talking, you should be in the thumbnail. Split in 2 videos. Don't split one video into 2 videos. I think that's kind of like, it seems like you're trying to game the algorithm a little bit. And just do one 30-minute video with timestamps. Just be nice to your viewers and give them timestamps and be like, this is what I talk about, this is what I talk about, this is what I talk about. Unless you have like a podcast, like Joe Rogan has a clips channel and H3 podcast has a clips channel where you just post highlights, then you can split a podcast into highlights. But if you were splitting a 30-minute video just because it's too long, just put timestamps. Oh, you got timestamps. Nice. Pin this as a comment. I don't know if you did that, but just boop, and then come down here and pin those timestamps as a comment so people know, and just timestamps and then paste it in and pin. We can't see you. You should cut back and forth between this and you. That would be very good. I find most storytelling videos do well when you splice in the B-roll to give context to the story, but people want to look at people when they're telling a story.
Wiki list on.
This is pretty dope. I feel like this is a lot of editing, and so not only if you cut to yourself, like, wrong one. If you cut to yourself talking, telling the story, like in front of a camera, and you cut between, you could cut down on your editing. But this is a lot of editing to tell a story in just like, this is a lot of editing. And you could cut down on that and save yourself some time by just talking to the camera. 9 views, 2 hours. You should put the amount of profit that you can make. Put numbers, like numbers and money do a lot. Like, go look at Graham Stevens. Like, you're definitely doing that with the surprise faces. Graham Stephan. You're definitely doing a surprise face that he does. But you got to put some numbers. Let's take a look though.
Hello, I'm Jaden McCormick. Would you like to know how to flip a house for a profit?
Okay, one thing immediately that I noticed is you need some space behind you, dude. It looks very claustrophobic when you have a wall directly behind. Here, let me show you what I mean. But just if you're gonna film these types of videos, then let me show you how I would change that real quick. This is what you look like, right? Very claustrophobic. Very like, what's up? How's it going? You know, it's very, this is what it is, claustrophobic. So, take this, get some space behind yourself a little bit. Add some depth, add some character. So now, let's put myself, I don't know, maybe like right here. A little bit better. Less claustrophobic. I got some depth. If you really want, you could add something in the foreground. Maybe like I'm gonna use my bottle for example, but like, you know, something like this. You could use a plant or something that you got in the house. They got foreground, got me in the middle, and then you got space in the background. Okay. Anyways, so you can see the difference in that. Like even right now, I have some space behind me, and I'm in the middle, and this is in the foreground. But you get what I'm saying. Just little things like that create character in the shot. Everyone needs to make money, right? And most people think that you can only make money if you have a job. But you make money by selling things, services, or selling value, selling products. Anyone can make a product and try to sell it. Once you figure out how to do it with consistency, you live outside the job world. That would be my suggestion. Like try to figure out how to make something and sell it. And you don't have to go door to door anymore. You can if you push it on Facebook ads hard enough, someone will buy. Dropshipping is essentially just selling other products that already exist for a markup. And if you're selling wallets from Alibaba Express and I'm selling the same wallet from Alibaba Express, the only thing that makes your product better than mine is your ability to market it better and have a better Facebook ad. You're also talking down to the subject. No, it's actually, this is called the hero shot in film. When the camera is pointed up at a character, it's called a hero shot. It makes that character look larger. So it actually gives people more of a power, it sounds bad. You're talking down, but actually this is subconsciously, it makes this person look more authentic. Today you guys learned, I guess. Film with Josh. Welcome to Film with Josh. Okay, let's continue. The value you provide with dropshipping is the marketing and reaching people. Yeah, but you have to pay for that. So it's like you're paying to make, is how-to white labeling in your affiliate course? No. White labeling is very, look, we'll do it. Look, I'll show you. Let's Google it together. There was a homegirl at my house. I was streaming, but she left. So I was about to end the stream and go check on her, but she left, so looks like the stream is gonna continue. All right, let me. Here you go. I'll show you what this looks like. This is white labeling and private label supplement pricing list. And you can buy all this stuff over here, and you have to buy a minimum amount, and then you send them the label. See, what products are you looking for to purchase? Where are you located? This is everything that they sell without a label on it that you can buy and put your own label on. Vitamin C rejuvenating serum, testosterone. Yeah, that's probably fake. That's illegal. If that's what they call it, testosterone, but that's probably some herbal BS. Keto strips. Why would you white label keto strips? But people do, I guess. My keto strips are better. But this is what the products look like, right? So right here, oh, what the heck? Right here, this is like your typical creatine bottle that would have, alpha male X increased testosterone gains, blah, 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 blah. Right, then you have your typical supplement bottles without the label, and then you send them your Photoshop file and they slap it on. And if you pay for the minimum amount, which they don't list here, they will suddenly send you like 300 bottles of whatever this is in your label. Then you sell it and say, hey, that was my product. I made this product. No, you didn't. You bought someone else's product and put your wrapper on it. That's literally white labeling, and it's probably the way to go about dropshipping. What about private labeling courses? What are your thoughts? It's really not that hard to do. I just Googled white label supplements. This site came up. You fill out this form. You tell them which products you want, and then they'll respond and say, okay, how much do you want? This is our price. Okay, send me your label. We'll print them and ship them to you. There's no need to make a course on white labeling. You could, that's how you do it, and then you could learn Facebook ads, and that could be a course, because Facebook is a beast.
So one thing I want to ask is that if you do enjoy this video, if it was helpful for you, if there's content you want to see in the future, like, you know, this video, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, we're trying to grow this thing fast and get it as big as possible. And then go check out our personal social medias. You know, I have a YouTube channel, Josh's YouTube channel, and all that. Hi. Don't bark at me. Stop that. You're ugly.